Hello everybody, in today's video we'll be building up this Steam Aero Models IZ Wagon kit. As you can see, it comes in this little bag, quite nicely presented with your instructions on the front with an image of what you'll be building. When you start to take it out of the bag, you first want to take out the instructions. In here you can see you got some diagrams which will show you how to assemble various parts of the chassis, the body and other details. We've also got a decal guide on the back of it, which will be quite handy towards the end of the model where we'll start applying the decals. Here you can see we've got the plastic parts which will assemble the body and chassis. Then we've got some of the wheels and bearings that will go into the axle boxes. Here we've got the brass parts and decals, complete with some brass edged parts and brass rods. Start taking out some of this stuff and organizing it so that we can get to work. With everything out of the bag, we'll start to move on to some of the tools I'll be using. This is about the bare minimum I'd recommend if you're going to build one of these kits. I'll be using a couple other bits like sandpaper and toothpicks, but that's pretty much all you'll need. Now we'll go on to a little time lapse, where I'll just take the opportunity to ask you guys to like and subscribe. I didn't want to really push this until I felt my content was quality enough to deserve your subscription, and I feel it's slowly starting to reach that point, so I'm going to start asking a little bit more and a little bit closer to the start of the video. So if you'd like to, subscribe and like the video. And with that, I'll let you sit back and enjoy the time lapse. And right in the middle of this kit build, a 3D print of mine finished. It's a little chair and you can see it curing right here. And here's what it looked like a couple hours later when I painted it. Just thought I'd chuck this in here because it happened while I was making it and I thought it'd be a nice little detail. Anyway, back to the kit building and back to the time lapse. rolling capabilities of my wagon. As you can see, it rolls quite well here if it weren't for my silly fingers constantly knocking it around. So I'm going to put this down to lightweight, so with that, quite happy with it, and we can move on to the decals. First we'll quickly clean up, which I can just do like this. If only it were that easy in real life. Anyway, for this section, ignore the hand gestures. I was going to do some live commentary here, but I decided it sounded terrible, so instead you've got this voiceover. Anyway, let's get some spray painting done. When it comes to decals, I'm no expert. I don't have all the proper equipment. I could really do with some decal solution and stuff, but I don't have that, so here are the current tools I'll be using. You can see me laying them out on my desk right here. So if you use these tools, you should be able to achieve semi-decent results. One thing that really helps at the end is using a bit of clear coat. This helps seal everything in and tie it all together. Here you can watch me getting the decals ready for placing onto the model. So what you want to do first, probably just cut them out. Definitely a good start. Make sure you cut reasonably closely to the actual decal. As you can see, I'm doing right here. Then as these are water slide decals, dip them in some water for about 20 seconds. This is sped up. Then once you take them out, you're probably ready to place them onto the model. So if you use some tweezers, I've got two pairs here, one to slide it off the backing and one to hold the backing in place. So just kind of fiddle around with it until it comes off, and then you can use the water to position it. You get a pretty big window for moving it around, so don't worry too much if it's not perfect. I've sped up the footage here too, because if I didn't, it'd be extremely boring and slow. Anyway, enjoy this and take notes if you need to. I'm just using a cotton swab here to soak up any extra water and flatten out the decal over any slightly raised details. I suggest using a decal solution for this, but as I don't have any, I'll make do with what I've got. Here's a quick time lapse of me placing some of the other decals on. And after those decals are done, give it a quick hit with some clear coat, and then it's on to the reveal. with that, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching, and if you did enjoy the video, like and subscribe. It helps motivate me to make more content. And with that, roll the end screen.